What if I told you that building real wealth isn't about working harder or making some huge, massive effort? What if it's actually about making the right choices inevitable? Well, today, we're diving into the mathematical secret that lets you get rich almost lazily.
All right, to get started, let's try a classic thought experiment. You've got two choices right in front of you. On one hand, you can have $3 million, cash, right now, no strings attached. On the other hand, you can have a single penny. But this isn't just any penny. It has a special power. Its value doubles every single day for 31 days. So which one do you choose? I mean, most people would snatch up the instant cash, but is that really the right move?
Well, if you chose the penny, congratulations. After just 31 days, that one single cent grows into over $10 million. Yeah, you heard that right. That's more than 3 times the other offer. Now, this isn't some kind of trick question. It's a raw, powerful demonstration of one of the most incredible forces in the universe of finance.
What you just witnessed is the sheer magic of the compound effect. It's the core principle of reaping huge, almost unbelievable rewards from a series of small, smart choices that you make consistently over time. You can think of it as the operating system for success, and we're about to break down exactly how you can install it in your own life.
So, okay, how does this apply to more than just magical doubling pennies? The real power lies in understanding that tiny, almost unnoticeable shifts in where you're headed can lead you to vastly different destinations down the road.
Let me give you an analogy. Imagine a plane takes off from New York City and it's headed for Moscow. Now, what if the pilot adjusts the heading by just 2.4 degrees? I mean, that's a tiny, imperceptible shift you wouldn't even feel on the plane. But because of that tiny change, the plane won't land in Moscow. It ends up in Stockholm, a completely different country.
And that is exactly how our lives work. That tiny 2.4-degree shift, that's like saving an extra $10 a day or deciding to read one new book a month. At the moment, these actions feel totally insignificant, right? But you compound them over 10 or 20 years, and they completely change your life's destination.
Okay, so if these small changes can make such a huge difference, where do we actually find these opportunities in our own finances? Well, let's start by finding the small leaks in your financial bucket.
It's a concept called the latte factor, a term that was coined by the financial author David Bach. And it's brilliant. It perfectly describes those small, frequent, and often totally unconscious expenses that we barely even notice, but that collectively drain our ability to build wealth over time.
And let's be super clear here. It's not literally about the coffee. The latte is just a symbol. Your latte factor could be the daily takeout lunch you grab at work. It could be that streaming service you signed up for and never use. It might be the daily trip to the vending machine for a snack, or even those small in-app purchases. It's any small, consistent leakage of cash from your wallet.
So I want you to take a second and really think about it. What are those small, recurring expenses in your own life? Finding them, just identifying them, is the absolute first step to plugging the leaks and redirecting that money toward your future. Now, once you've found that money, the next question is, how do you save it consistently? A lot of us try to rely on discipline, just trying harder. But trust me, there's a much more effective way. It's all about building a system.
Here's the problem with trying to rely on willpower. It's finite. It's like a muscle that gets completely exhausted by the end of the day. So counting on yourself to have the motivation to save money at the end of the month after you've paid all your bills, well, that's just a recipe for failure. You need a system that works even when you're tired, distracted, or just not feeling it.
And that system is built on one of the oldest, most powerful pieces of financial advice in the book: pay yourself first. This simply means that your savings and your investments become the first bill you pay, not the last thing you get to if there's anything left over. And the key to making this whole thing effortless is automation. So here's the 4-step automation plan. It's super simple. First, you calculate the amount. Second, open a dedicated account just for this. Third, and this is the absolute key, you automate the transfer for the very day you get paid. This makes the good habit inevitable. The money moves into your investment account before you even have a chance to miss it, and it completely removes the temptation to spend it on something else.
All right, so as we wrap things up, let's distill everything we've talked about. The doubling penny, the 2.4-degree shift, that automated system. Let's boil it all down into one simple, powerful equation.
This is it. This is the entire secret on one slide. Small, smart choices plus unwavering consistency, which you get through automation, plus time, equals a radical, life-changing difference in your financial future.
The most empowering part of this whole idea is that it has nothing to do with being a Wall Street genius or having a massive income. Success isn't reserved for the brilliant. It's reserved for the consistent. It's about putting a good system in place and then just getting out of the way and letting it run.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Forget about trying to make some massive, life-altering change for a moment. What is the one small, smart choice, the one good habit that you can automate and make totally inevitable starting today?